So we're going to go to do chapter 17.7, sketching parabolas of the form y equals x take away h squared plus k. Okay. So just a reminder, our basic parabola, the form of y equals x squared. Here we have it, turning point 0, 0. Wonderful. Now, and remember that it only touches, it doesn't cross the x-axis, okay? It just goes down, 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 touch it, bump, up. I like to think about like if it was bouncing, so a ball going down, 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 touches and bounces back, okay? So, transformations. So we are still talking about translation here, okay? So, when we're talking about translations here, before we do this, y equals, we're going to talk about y equals x take away h squared plus k. So you might be thinking, we already have done this k and it was a c. Why is a k now? Don't ask me, but this equation has an important name and we call it the turning point equation, and we're going to see why in a minute. But we already know what happens with h. We know that h is going to move our, in this case, if h is positive and I have a minus here, it's going to move our parabola to the right. And we know that our k is going to translate our parabola up or downwards, depending if it's positive or negative. Okay, so I want to go into our demonstration here. Wonderful. So you can see here I have in black the x squared and in blue x take away h squared plus k. So now I have two sliders. So first I'm going to work with the h. So we know that the h, because I have this form of equation and the h is positive, see here that it goes from 0 to 10. So I know that the h, when I increase the h, my parabola, my blue parabola is going to start translating to the right. Agree? So we're going to do that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, perfect. So exactly what we expected to happen is happening. Good. So I'm going to stop there. Good. Now, question. If the k I have here from negative 10 to positive 10, I'm in the middle, in the 0, okay? So if the k is positive, my parabola is going to translate upwards or downwards. Hopefully you're saying upwards. So yes, you're right. So if I move it, there we go, it's moving upwards. As I start decreasing it, it's going to move downwards. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, now, if I change my equation here, and instead of having it x plus h, I have x take away h, I have x plus h like this. Of course, if the h is positive, now it has translated to the left, and I have my turning point here that is negative 2 in this case. I'm going to move the k, I'm going to make it upwards, and I'm going to go to that 3. Good. And I can see my turning point. If I can see my turning point there, is going to be negative 2, 3. Okay, so let's go to our presentation. So what changes? It translates both horizontally and vertically. The h is translating it horizontally, the k is translated vertically. What else changed? The x-intercept is changing, the y-intercept changing, and the new turning point is given by those values, h, k. Beautiful. What else is changing? The axis of symmetry, which now is going to be equal to x equals h. So if we go here, and I'm going to bring it down just so that we can see it better. There we go, there. We can see that my axis of symmetry is depending on the value of h. In this case, is x equals negative 2. Okay, remember, because this one is positive. When it's positive, it has translated to the left, so it's going to be negative 2 here. Okay, that's my new axis of symmetry. Beautiful. What doesn't change? So this time I did it correctly, girls. I crossed all of it. What doesn't change? The shape of the parabola doesn't change. Remember that the parabola remains upright, and that's going to change the dilation. If it's upwards or downwards, is going to depend on another parameter that we call a here, and that was done a few videos ago. So remember that this one and these parameters are not going to change the shape of that parabola. Okay,